Have you ever wondered why love hurt so much sometimes? Have you ever given your heart over and felt the heart of another given to you, but still it was still so difficult and it was still so painful in the end, and it leaves you kind of wondering what happened? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm a certified life coach and I have my bachelor's of science degree in psychology. So I'm going to talk to you guys today about a concept of love that I call healthy versus unhealthy love. So I guess I'll back up a little bit and say that before I even opened my practice, the things that I really looked at and studied upon within the human condition was energy. So I looked at physics to see what were the absolute truths and kind of the concretes of the universe that we had to work upon, because actually we have an immense amount of energy within us. And then I looked at the concept of love and kind of what the science behind love really was, because I know for me personally and a lot of clients that I had kind of bumped up against, they had really, one of their biggest struggles was really kind of dealing with the aftermath of love gone wrong or love that left a bad taste in their mouth. So I took a lot of time to kind of study many different aspects and approaches within the concept of love, and that's where I came up with the philosophy that there's healthy versus unhealthy love. And this probably isn't unique to me, but in healthy love, there are certain qualities that are protected, that are respected, and that are shown even if and when it is difficult to express those. And in healthy love, a lot of times people put the needs of another's in the same category as theirs. And when we're dealing with unhealthy love, oftentimes what we see are people kind of falling on their own fears, their own wounds, their own vices, and really, although I think they do often genuinely and authentically have love for the person, the quality of love that they have to offer just isn't something that another person can feel satisfied or happy with at the end of the day. So this is actually a pretty big concept and big deal in the way that if you look back at Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I think it's in one of the Persuading Your Life Towards Change videos, a fundamental development we have as a human being is to feel love and to feel a connection and a sense of belonging with others. There's actually a ton of psychological research that shows that if you remove that bonding or that love, especially very early on in life, that it actually impairs not only emotional and psychological development, but your own physical development. So under that philosophy, there's a concept and idea that we as human beings really need a connection of love and a connection with others to be healthy, to be, complete in our sense of well-being. And I find a lot of clients are struggling in that bar, that area of a sense of love and belonging. And again, I think it ties back to this. So the healthy love characteristics are one where somebody, in that is probably going to tell you truths that you don't always want to hear, but they're doing it out of trying to bring a benefit to you or trying to bring a support to you. So it's not done in a cruel way. It's just because I love and value you, I'm not going to hide this information from you. So there can be conflict in healthy love situations too, and disagreements for sure, but you know that the intention and the agenda behind that love or behind that action is that person really does have care, consideration, and want the best for you, not in a framework or through a lens of how this is going to benefit me, but truly from the mindset of how can this benefit this person that I love. In healthy love relationships too, there's a willingness to communicate, even though there again can be some communication challenges because people don't necessarily have the best communication skills. There's a willingness to try to hear that person, to try to see that person, and an openness and a desire to want that to be available. And unfortunately, in unhealthy love relationships, oftentimes people get stuck behind their own wounds, behind their own, what I call mislearnings. So things that through their development or through their life experiences, they didn't really get the benefit of learning it the healthiest or the most, sustaining way. And they're doing the best that they can. but they're operating from those mechanisms instead of the mechanisms of what might be in the best interest of the person that they care about. Other times in unhealthy love, the focus is me first, you later. And although in even healthy relationships, sometimes that's an aspect of it, that's not really the hallmark to what a healthy love looks like. So in a healthy love, you can feel secure, you can feel stable, you can have some conflict and disagreements and not feel like the whole, world is going to shatter down around you, and there's a consistency behind it that is reliable and something that you can depend on. Unfortunately, in unhealthy love relationships, that's often not the case. Not that there's not, a framework of being there and a consistency within each other's life, but the stability, the sense of security isn't as strong, isn't as secure in an unhealthy love relationship. And this is just a little short clip on it, but it does have a huge rippling effect within our health, within our development, within what we believe is possible for us to do and what we believe is acceptable for us to tolerate, depending on the variation of love that we've developed under and what we are participating in currently. So I'm sure I will be doing more videos on this topic, as it really does have a huge impact in our life, but I just wanted to do this one to kind of introduce the concept that, from a scientific perspective of love, I really do believe there's a healthy version of it that we thrive under, and that we really should be striving to give and produce ourselves and striving to receive. And there's absolutely unhealthy version that really does, I think, have a huge proportion of causing a lot of the chaos and the heartache that is experienced in our human condition. So I hope you found this video interesting. Please leave comments below if there are other videos or topics you would like me to speak about. Put it in the comment. If it's something that I do or deal with, I'll make one. All right, thank you. Have a great day.